Good evening. It's Monday, June 26, 2023, and I'd like to call to order a meeting of the Licensing Board of the City of West Bend. We do recognize a quorum of the Licensing Board here tonight with Justice Model excused absence. First order of business is approval of the minutes of the Licensing Board for May 15, 2023, and the minutes of June 12, 2023. We'll take them together.
Motion to approve for both of them.
Second.
Thank you, Butchlick and Zingsheim. Any comments, questions, discussions, corrections? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our agenda items for consideration tonight are renewals for the 2023-2024 licensing period, items 1 through 10. Are there any questions on those? I'll ask Chief to come up and maybe give us a little prelude to those.
Yeah, just to confirm to the council, no objections from the police department after a continued due diligence through the clerk's office and Lieutenant McAndrews.
Thank
no
you, Chief.
objections to any of these license renewals.
We can take these items separately, or we can take them as a group. I'll leave that up to the licensing board.
I'll make a motion to accept the entire group.
Thank you, Alderman Butchlick. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Zigsheim. Any comments, questions, discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our next is a request to update agents for the 2023-2024 license, and this is a successor agent at Quick Trip number 1058 on East Paradise.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Butchlick and Zingsheim. Any comments, questions, discussions? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our next is a report of the 2023-2024 renewals application. Clerk, will you take this one?
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
So this is just the clerk's department informing you guys that this is our last batch for the 2023-2024 renewal applications. We're currently waiting for one, and that is for Don's Tacos. And just so you guys could be aware. Ian, did you want to say?
So there has been several attempts to reach out to the license holder. You see in the packet a certified letter. I talked to the attorney. I believe Jay has had conversations with them as well. They're aware of the deadlines to apply. So we just wanted to make sure, because if they don't renew, the license becomes open, that they are aware, and they should be well aware at this stage.
Thank you. Any questions? If not, there is no more business before the licensing board, and I will adjourn by the call of the chair.
Good evening. I would like to call the order the Board of Public Works. We have two items on the agenda. Item number 1, the approval of minutes for the regular meeting on June 12, 2023.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions or comments? There are none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 2, resolution approving the 2022 Compliance Maintenance Annual Report of the City of West Bend Sewer Utility. Good evening, Ruth.
Good evening, John. Thank you very much. Tonight we are seeking approval of a resolution to approve the 2022 Compliance Maintenance Annual Report for the West Bend Sewer Utility. This report is a requirement of the DNR and are terms of our discharge permit. The results of this report are a direct reflection on the quality individuals that we have on our team at the sewer utility. They ensure that the utility is performing and functioning at its most optimal level. I am happy to report that we received all A's in all sections of the report. And once again, we have scored a perfect 4.0. As a result, the DNR requires no further action other than approving the resolution that is brought before you tonight. Therefore, we are requesting approval of this resolution.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any comments or questions for Ruth? Ruth, congratulations to the group. Tell them great job for the sewer utility. That's a 4.0. That's pretty proud to be.
Thank you very much, John.
All right.
Thank you.
We have a motion on the floor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much, Ruth. Being no further business before the Board of Public Works, I adjourn as chair.
And the Finance Committee is called to order. We have approval of the minutes for our regular meeting of May 15th.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It passes. And the approval of minutes for the meeting of June 12th.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that carries. Thank you. Item number 3, we have a resolution authorizing the transfer of funds for refuse truck purchase. Doug?
Good evening, everyone. The resolution before you is to request funding to replace one of our oldest automated garbage trucks, which is a 2016 model. The truck currently has over 11,000 hours on the unit. We normally either replace the trucks or rebuild the engines at 10,000 hours, just to kind of paint the picture of the vehicle. Since the CIP funding is very competitive, and these trucks are crucial to our refuse collection and operation, utilize 36 to 40 hours a week. We've been working the past few years on coming up with a regular replacement schedule. So a few months ago, I brought Jay and Carrie into the discussions with our vendor to discuss our options for a routine replacement opportunity. So this works very similar to the enterprise lease program that we have. We first buy the unit, we trade the unit in on an annual basis, and then we pay the difference of that trade-in. So that difference between the trade-in every year would be budgeted in our annual operational budget, and it's estimated to be, depending on the market, $20,000 to $30,000. So this is a key factor in keeping our maintenance costs down. These trucks are very, very expensive to maintain, especially after they get a few years old, and it helps keep the truck on the road in service much more often. So the life expectancy of these trucks are about 5 years. The one we're replacing or requesting to be replaced tonight will be about 9 years old by the time we get it replaced. 8 to 9 years old, depending on when we take delivery. So if we order the truck now, this time of year, we are expecting delivery about third quarter of next year. So part of this program, we were going to start with one truck, implementing that, and see how the program is and the success we have with that, and then look at adding the second truck in the future years. So I'll take any questions if you have.
Any questions for Doug? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Doug.
Thank you.
Item number 4, a resolution accepting a donation for the purchase of a trail camera system. Hello, Chief.
Thank you. Just another great example of an engaged community is a safer community. On June 8th, we had a wonderful, generous citizen volunteer to donate to the department funds to support the purchase of a trail camera system after one of their neighbors was a victim of theft. The citizen made it very clear they wanted to do something helpful to keep our community safe. It should be applauded, and we see these happening over and over again within our community. It should be celebrated. We worked with our department, Criminal Investigations Bureau, to make sure we were getting a quality item. We purchased a Reconyx brand system, which is similar to some of the units we're already deploying now. Total was $441.33. We accepted that donation into our crime prevention donations account, asking tonight for it to be moved into the crime prevention account to pay for the system, and greatly thank the citizen.
Motion to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Yes.
I'd like to thank Anonymous. They do a lot of good stuff in the community, but this is a great one. Thank you.
Yep, it truly doesn't, it pays to note, right? This is truly a donation to make the community safer, not for any other reason, not to get their name out or anything. It's very, very appreciated.
All right. Thank you, Chief. All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, a resolution authorizing taxi outlay appropriations. Doug?
Thank you again. This resolution is basically a finance department accounting procedure. It takes the grant money we received and puts it in from the revenue account to an expense account. This money is used for our portion of taxi purchases.
All right.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 6, a resolution accepting donations to the Parks, Recreation, and Forestry Department. Mike?
Thank you. This evening, we have a wide variety of very impressive donations that support a wide range of programs and projects within our park and recreation system. The first donation of $160 was donated by the West Bend Disc Golf Club for the disc golf course at Riverside Park. The next donation of $10,000 was donated by the West Bend Friends of Park and Recreation for Regner Beach House renovation. This is the second installment of a total $30,000 gift for that project. The next donation of $10,000 was donated by Enchantment in the Park, again for the Regner Park Beach House renovation. This is the second installment of a total gift of $30,000. The third donation of $15,000 was donated by Enchantment in the Park for the Regner Park asphalt trail renovation. This is the first installment of a total gift of $35,000. The West Bend Friends of Park and Recreation also donated $7,000 towards the Regner asphalt trail renovation. That trail renovation has been completed and is operational at this point in time. The next donation of $1,000 was by Whitetails Unlimited, Washington County Chapter, to continue with improvements at the archery range on Municipal Drive. The next donation of $288 was donated by the West Bend Friends of Park and Recreation for the sponsorship T-shirts for adult volleyball leagues. The next donation of $5,000 was donated by the Russ Darrow Group Incorporated. Russ Darrow is the presenting sponsor for the Dirty Ninja Mud Run for Kids again this year. Thank you to them. Thank you for their continual and annual support of that event. The next donation of $620 was donated by Killian Management Services, McDonald's, for sponsorship of T-shirts for youth, track, and field. The next donation of $200 was donated by various citizens for the All Abilities Playground general donation. The remaining 4 impressive donations will all go towards our Special Olympics program. The first of those 4 is $260 donated by St. Lawrence Congregation. The next donation of $4,142.35 was donated by Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly Slinger. The next donation of $50 was by Lori Perling in memory of Coach Rita Marsh for Special Olympics. And the last impressive donation of $100 was by Sharon Matano, again in memory of Coach Rita Marsh for Special Olympics. The continued community support we receive from these individuals and organizations really do help make West Bend an exciting community to live, work, and enjoy life. Thank you.
Thank you. That is an impressive list of donations,
Yes.
and we certainly appreciate them. I need a motion. We have a motion.
And a second.
And we have a second?
Yes.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And the final item is the resolution approving the appropriation of funds for the PCB settlement payment.
This evening, we have a resolution before you in reference to a lawsuit between the City of Long Beach, California, and Monsanto. And this lawsuit was settled in March of 2022. Monsanto is a chemical manufacturer. The court entered an order certifying this case as a nationwide class action suit. The payment to the City of West Bend has been calculated in accordance to the terms of the settlement agreement of $17,414.03. It was determined between the 1930s and 1977, Monsanto manufactured a class of industrial chemicals called PCBs. PCBs are present at sites and public properties including stormwater, waste management systems, water bodies, sediment, natural resources, fish, and wildlife. Each settlement class member is eligible to receive a settlement check based on a settlement calculator. These funds will be used to offset stormwater improvement costs on the Riverwalk project. Thank you.
Nice. I'll take a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion or questions? All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we are adjourned.
I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Common Council of the City of West Bend. It's June 26, 2023. More than 24 hours in advance of this meeting, notice of the time, place, date, and subject matter of the meeting was posted in accordance to Wisconsin state statute. I'd like to ask our clerk to confirm this meeting was properly posted.
Yes, I confirm.
Thank you. Invite you to please join me in the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We recognize a quorum of the Common Council tonight with Alderman Model excused absent. Our first item of business is the approval of minutes from our Common Council regular meeting on June 12, 2023.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Allen and Zingsheim. Any comments, questions, corrections? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our first item of business tonight is a public hearing regarding a junk dealer's license for American Metal and Paper Recycling located at 935 Shawnehar Drive. If anybody from our community would like to address the Common Council on this topic, I'd invite you to please come to the podium as I open the public hearing tonight. If nobody comes to the podium, I'll ask for a motion to close.
Motion to close public hearing.
Second.
Thank you, Allen and Zingsheim. All those in favor of closing the public hearing?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Our consent agenda is items 2 through 18, and I'd be happy to take any of these out of consent if there's a request. Otherwise, we can take them all as a bundle.
Motion to approve as a bundle?
Second.
Thank you, Butchlick and Sterning. Was that you? Any comments, questions, discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We just approved over, gosh, I don't know, tens of thousands of dollars worth of incredible donations to the city tonight, and that list was unbelievably impressive, and I just appreciate the people who donate their time and money back to the efforts of our city and our rec department, and quite a list of donations tonight, and it's very much appreciated. So we'll move on to our action items tonight, the first being an ordinance update on fireworks in the parks.
Good evening. The current Chapter 20 ordinances refer to parks. Chapter 5 ordinances refer to fire department. So our current Chapter 20 ordinance and the parks ordinance relating to fireworks, the reference number that's in our current ordinance does not match with our fire department reference. So this evening, that is what we have before you, is basically changing that reference number in our current ordinance to accurately represent what's in fire department ordinance. We're not requesting to change definitions within the ordinance, kind of, the information behind the meanings behind the ordinance. We just want to change that reference number and how it's worded. So we are suggesting that the proposed ordinance read, no person shall possess or use fireworks without a permit issued pursuant to Chapter 5 of the Municipal Code. So basically, someone who would like to use fireworks at a city park, they would have to contact the fire department and get a permit from the fire chief in reference to do so. So this ordinance suggested change, did go before the Park and Rec Commission, and it was approved by the commission before it came to this governing body. Thank you.
Motion to approve waiving the requirement for a second reading.
Okay, thank you for that motion, Alderman Allen. Is there a second?
Second.
I heard second over here by Sparks. We'll take him. Any comments, question, discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Our next item is an ordinance.
You have to approve the ordinance.
We have to approve the ordinance now.
Yes. Oh, you just approved the second. You just approved waiving the second reading. Now you need to approve the ordinance.
I said and waiving.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Is that
No, you're
not
good, you're
correct to do it
good.
that
You're good.
way?
I missed the first part of the motion.
Oh, yeah.
I apologize.
So I don't think we need to go.
Okay, we're good. All right, thank you. Next item is an ordinance change on park hours. Mike?
Thank you. We all know we have a lot of exciting things happening downtown with the Riverwalk development and construction. A lot of that construction will be wrapping up. Actually, our phase 2 of the Riverwalk will open this week. So we are pretty excited about that. So at this time, the department is requesting that the Riverwalk, west side of the river from Veterans Avenue, north to North Main Street at Silverbrook Drive, be available for public access 24 hours a day. This section of Riverwalk will be used as a pedestrian walkway, provide access for deliveries, and provide business access to the river side of their properties. Our department is also requesting that an ordinance change for the Kister Island parking lot. The Kister Island lot is the one directly across the street from Regner Park, the public parking lot there. We are requesting 24-hour parking in the Kister Island parking lot. The new parking rules for the Kister Island lot would align with all other public parking lots within the city. The 24-hour parking rule would be in place, and after 24 hours, the vehicle will be required to move 75 feet. That is in alignment with all other public parking in the downtown and things like that on the other public lot. The proposed ordinance changes have been reviewed and supported by the police department and the Park and Rec Commission. Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Allen and Sternig. Any comments, questions, discussion? Yes, Alderman Allen.
Is there any reason to delay for a second reading, or can we amend the motion to adopt it without a second reading?
I don't think there's any reason to wait on that one.
I would propose to amend my motion to allow for immediate adoption.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Allen and Sternig. Any comments, questions, discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next action item tonight is an ordinance repealing and recreating Chapter 1 of the Municipal Code, which is the general government section of our municipal code.
So I'll just note that the version that was provided is the completely updated version that's renumbered. This just incorporated the red line changes that were kind of messy in the old version of the code and restructures it so that in the future, as we make changes, there's room to make changes instead of just having it be 1.01 through 1.100 with no space to make changes as needs change. So this is just the finalized version of that. There were a couple of tweaks to the language just to make it conform with all, so that all the sections matched but said the same thing as was previously provided.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Berquist and Allen. There's a motion and a second on the floor. Any comments, questions, discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our next action item is appointment of Jessica Wilds to the Assistant City Administrator position.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Allen and Berquist. Any comments, questions, discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, Jess.
Thank you so much, everybody. I just want to say that it's a true privilege to work for the city of West Bend. I love this place, I love the community, and especially love the people I get to work with every day. The city of West Bend has a talented and dedicated team of professionals throughout the organization, and I'm thrilled to continue working collaboratively with City Administrator Jay Shambo on economic development activities and in a greater capacity with our exceptional department head team. West Bend's future is bright, and I can't wait to see what we accomplish together. I'm incredibly honored and humbled to have your support and confidence as Assistant City Administrator. Thank you for this opportunity.
Congratulations, Jess. We're excited to have you in this new position and know that you will do great things, and you already have in your time in the city, so congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll move on to our reports tonight. I was told that we do have a Tourism Commission report, so Alderman Sternig, take it away.
The City of West Bend Tourism Commission met on May 16th in the council and chambers, welcoming 2 new tourism commissioners, Ryan Wargale, the industry representative from Hampton Inn and Suites, and myself. Jessica Wilds and those present who submitted applications provided an overview of 6 applications for the 2023-2024 Fall-Winter Event Promotion Grants and awarded 5 nonprofit organizations with event promotion grants, including $4,000 to the West Bend Downtown Association for the West Bend Winter Warm-Up on January 21st and 22nd, $3,000 to the Museum of Wisconsin Art for Bloom in 2023 on November 2nd through the 5th, $1,500 to the Bend Theater for the Hunters Widows Weekend Show, Dancing Queen and ABBA Salute on November 17th and 18th, $1,000 to the West Bend Downtown Association for Chocolate Around the Bend on February 10th and 11th, and $500 to the West Bend Friends of Park and Recreation for Enchantment in the Park Reindeer Race on December 3rd. We also offered a thank you to Max Salonen, our business representative, for his service to the Tourism Commission, as he will be leaving prior to our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Thank you. We'll move on to our Airport Commission report.
Okay, we met on June 13th, approved minutes of the previous meeting, Brett's last one, and then we went through discussion of the Municipal Code, Chapter 19, and then forwarded a recommendation to advance those changes to the council for future consideration. So those will be coming forward at another meeting, I'm sure. Then we had an airport manager gave his report. Key topics were the status of the master plan update, which they've received the comments from the FAA and consultant, and we're formulating a reply. Airport layout plan will be worked on next, along with an environmental impact plan. They're still awaiting answers for earlier studies from the FAA. Manager's also updating an aid request list, which is annual funding from the feds and state for funding from the Bureau of Aeronautics and federal funds. And the runway project 1331 will begin in August. That's a rebuild of the runway. And finally, the FCC's approval is coming for frequency changes, and security measures are being done on the gates. So lots happening. Still a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and just basic maintenance management.
Great. Thank you. Our Plan Commission report from June 6th.
So we had a longer agenda, which is always good. We had a change to the comprehensive land use plan, and then a rezoning from B1 business to industrial, which then came to the council. That was that property behind the Piggly Wiggly. We had a lengthy discussion, a request for a conditional use permit for 3 food trucks, which would be in the parking lot of the former Marine Bank building. We didn't turn it down. We asked for further discussion between the applicant and city staff, and apparently there's a new concept that's being proposed that we might get at Plan Commission next week. We'll have to see. We approved a conditional use permit for a business doing tattoos and microblading. We had site plans, one for a multi-tenant industrial building on Enterprise Street, the renovations both inside and outside to an existing multi-tenant industrial building on Shaner Drive, and a site plan for the downtown Family Dental, which is moving to 18th and Corporate Center Drive and will be renamed Mary Family Dental. We had a site plan for that as well.
Thank you. Good reports tonight. For the good of the order of the council and the community, are there any other announcements? Alderman Allen.
I would like to report that the downtown reconstruction is still on schedule. We're hearing good things from the contractor, to the extent that one of our local businesses, Hussars, held a barbecue for the the workers downtown I believe it was last week. I wasn't here, unfortunately. But that's all well and good, and I would like to encourage everyone to eat downtown. There's lots of great restaurants and places to get dinner. While you're there, you can go a little early and do some shopping.
Great. We also have 4th of July coming up, and parade kicks off on the 4th of July at 9:30. Lots of activities going on in the park, and then fireworks later on that evening. So we'd encourage you all to come out with your families and enjoy the 4th of July festivities around the city.
As well as fireworks in many of our fine neighborhoods.
Yes? Any other announcements tonight? Thank you for a good meeting, and I will adjourn by the call of the chair. Have a good night.